Respect. Now your genuine love, respect page. I hope your day's coming along well so far. Good day, good day, good day. What's going on? You know, I decided to turn the camera on real quick and chop it up with y'all, to the genuine ones. You know, like, comment, subscribe if you a genuine one at the end of the day. You know, save the drama for your mama. Respectfully. But yo, you know, everybody's walk of life is different. And you gotta respect the next person. You don't have to understand what they've been through, but you gotta respect it because they've been through it. You know? It's okay to respect your neighbor. You don't gotta like your neighbor, but you gotta respect your neighbor. It's not a crime. Especially when you don't have malicious intentions to bring harm towards an innocent person. Respectfully. So I just wanted to express something about how I feel. And, you know, with time comes change, with change comes growth, and with growth comes genuine self-awareness, you know, for yourself to understand at the end of the day, whatever you experienced in your past, you know, everything was already played out for you. It was supposed to be like that, unfortunately. And if it hurts you, or if it allows you to feel discouraged, or it allows you to feel unworthy of yourself because of somebody's disappointing you, or you had abandonment issues, or, you know, or you dealt with trauma, or you dealt with an uncomfortable feeling that life allowed you to feel. I'm gonna just say it like that. You know, when you least expect it, you get sick, right? You know, when you're one of those type of people that take care of yourself and you don't ask for nobody help, or you don't look for handouts, or whatever the case may be, because all help ain't good help, all support ain't good support, you know? And it's okay. But when you know, you know. You know, living in New York City, it's a busy place, you know? And you would expect, being that you have immediate family that live close by, that they will support you and, you know, check for you or whatever the case may be. But that's not the case sometimes in certain scenarios. And it doesn't matter where you at. You could be from New York City. You could be from New Jersey. You could be from Thailand. You can be from DC. You could be from Detroit. It don't matter. You can even be from Florida. It don't matter. You put a name on your book. You know, when you least expect to get sick, and you're sick to the point where you need that support, you need that lifeline to be like, you know what? Today's not a good day. Today's a day where I have to reevaluate my thought process because I'm sick. I'm sick to the point where I'm in and out of the hospital. I'm sick to the point where I can't rely on somebody else because I rely on myself. And when you live by yourself, you rely on yourself. You don't rely on somebody to do anything for you but you, because you're your go-to person. And when you're your go-to person, when someone tries to help you, you don't want the help because you're so used to being your go-to person for yourself. But in some cases, it's not like that. Because some cases, you be the go-to person for everybody, but nobody's the go-to person for you. It happens. Not everybody's the same, but it happens, unfortunately. And you know, if you're one of those type of people who are the go-to person for everybody else, but nobody's that genuine go-to person for you, like, you know, if you're a go-to person for somebody at the end of the day, you make sure they're good. Good days, bad days, misunderstanding days, at the end of the day, you show up for them at the end of the day. If they need food, down to, you know, it don't matter at the end of the day. If they're not feeling well, you help them wash their clothes. You help them clean their house. You know, like, you're one of those type of people who just stand up and show up at the end of the day because you would want somebody to show up for you in a healthy way, you know? But when you're one of those type of people who get overlooked, when you're going through a situation like that, and somebody says to you, well, if you need the help like that, or whatever the case may be, and you're going through a situation when you're in a hospital where, you know, you don't have that genuine support. You don't have that genuine person that's authentically real with you to be like, you know what, I'm going to come sit with you for a little bit. I'm going to make sure you good, regardless of how busy my schedule is at the end of the day. You know, you got people that make excuses all day long. But those same people who make excuses all day long, they check for everybody else but you. They check for everybody else but you. But they know how you could be their go-to person when they need you. But when you need them, they unavailable. So being that people are unavailable when it's convenient for them to be bothered with you at the end of the day, you don't allow anybody in your circle for many reasons. So you don't have to deal with that. You don't have to deal with, I have excuses after excuses after excuses, because when it comes to you at the end of the day, you don't have excuses as to why you can't show up for somebody. You don't have excuses as to, I can't be at the hospital for you. I can't sit here with you for a minute. I can't come check on your crib and see if your crib is okay while you out of town or something like that. Like shit like that. But as soon as it's you, it's a problem. It's a problem. You know, regardless to where you at in the world at the end of the day, at some point in time in your life, you got to reevaluate yourself. Especially the ones who don't have family members. Or especially the ones who don't deal with their family. Because of stuff like this too. Because when it's their time, nobody's there for them. You know, it's unfortunate, but it happens. You know, and it's sad to see that somebody could be in the hospital, or somebody is so sick to the point where they may be on crunches, or they can't walk, they can't do certain activities for themselves, or whatever the case may be, because it's just them. They not complaining. They making shit happen. You know, they reach out to somebody or whatever the case may be. A person sees them, or somebody reaches out and say, I see that you on crunches, or I see that you just come out the hospital. Do you need a helping hand with some groceries? Do you need a helping hand to the laundromat? Do you need a helping hand? Not one time. They just want to be fucking nosy as to what happened to you, why did it happen to you, where did it happen. But besides the point is, you so questioning every move of this person's life right now. But the bigger picture at the end of the day is, are you showing up? No. So why all the whys? Why all the what's going on and all that and all this third? All for you to turn around and say, you know what? If you on crunches and stuff, you need to get a home attendant. Why should this person have to get a home attendant for? When you okay? What's wrong with you? You knew how to use and abuse this person when it was convenient for you, and disrespect this person when it's convenient for you. But being that they need a helping hand, you don't want to help them because you want to see them down at the end of the day. You don't want to see them elevate. You want to see them stuck. It happens that way sometimes. People don't want to help you, especially when you that go-to person for them, or you just that go-to person, period. They want to see you down. They don't want to see you elevate at the end of the day. They happy to see that you fucked up and bent out of shape sometimes. No disrespect. It's sad to say, but it's true. Because at the end of the day, if you wasn't bent out of shape at the end of the day, it wouldn't be a thought process as to, I need help. I need genuine support right now. You know that genuine support where you show up for somebody with no excuses. You show up for somebody, it's not about money. You show up for somebody, it's not jealousy. You show up for somebody, you don't got malicious intentions. You show up for somebody, you're not envious of them. You show up for somebody, you don't want their life. But as soon as it's you that needs the help, it's a problem. It's excuses after excuses. So I understand when you say what you say, when you said what you said, that you don't need nobody checking for you at the end of the day. That's not going to be authentically real with you. Or that's not going to be genuine and show up for you. It's very understandable. You know, to come out of your comfort zone and you live on your own, or you just feel alone. You don't have to necessarily live alone, but you could just feel alone, and you could be around a whole bunch of people. You could feel alone, you know? And as soon as something happens to you, it's like all those people that you done helped, All those people that you done looked out for. All those people that you said, you know what? Good morning to. I hope you have a safe week. Have a safe year. Take it easy. Motivation and all that. Those same people will be the same people that play in your fucking face at the end of the day. When it's convenient for them. They laughed in your face. They laughed in your face. They couldn't wait to see you fall. They couldn't wait for something to happen to you bad. They couldn't wait. You know why they couldn't wait? They want you to rely on them so they can say something negative about you. This motherfucker getting on my nerve. They keep calling me, asking me for help. I'm tired of helping this person. They need to hurry up and heal already. You make me sick. I'm envious over your life. I don't fucking like you. Type of energy. It's crazy when you come out your comfort zone, right? How uncomfortable sometimes it can be. Not all the times. Sometimes. That's why you gotta protect your energy. Regardless of what your situation is at the end of the day. You could be hospitalized. You don't have to be hospitalized. But if the energy is not reciprocated evenly, it would never be an even exchange. Respectfully. Especially when you're one of those type of people who will go above and beyond for somebody. And when you say enough is enough, enough is enough. When you're tired of being so genuine to people, when you're tired of being your authentic self to people, and they take your kindness for weakness as you a pussy. Or they take your kindness as weakness as to, I can do whatever I want to do to you and get away with it. Because they feel like they got control over you. Or when you look out for those type of people at the end of the day, they feel like they're using you. They feel like they're using you. And the whole entire time, you was just being a kind, genuine person. The whole entire time. But as soon as it's your time for a helping hand, nobody's around. Everybody got excuses. Excuses. But as soon as you go on the internet or as soon as you see people in the street or whatever, they entertain everybody else. They helping everybody else. Being so supportive. Everybody else but you. You know how it feels to lay in a hospital bed for weeks or months at a time and just look at that fucking door and nobody's coming. Look at that door and you expecting yourself to show up for yourself because you reevaluating your own reflection as to at the end of the day, regardless to who disappointed me, who overlooked me at the end of the day, I gotta show up for myself regardless to if I'm bedbound right now. Anybody I ever helped, anybody I genuinely ever looked out for at the end of the day, I wish you well. I wish you well. I wish you well. I wish you well. I don't wish bad on nobody. But that energy hit different. When you sitting in that hospital bed and you ain't speak to people in weeks or months at a time. Nobody is even thinking to pick up the phone and call you to see if you breathing. So when you stop calling and when you stop reaching out to people, you're the problem. You see how that go? Ma'am, sir, make it make sense. Why? Why is that person a problem to you? Why you don't like that person so much? Why? That person didn't do nothing to you. Nothing at all. just for you to reevaluate yourself and say, you know what? I'm more worthy of myself to know at the end of the day what my value is, what my self-respect is at the end of the day. I know I'm worthy of genuine people to be in my life. I know I'm worthy of people to respect me, to be in my life. I don't have to go through something for somebody to pick up the phone and be authentically real with me and be like, are you okay today? Are you breathing today? Wow. Or just the words of encouragement, you know, just some words of positive encouragement at the end of the day. Like, yo, I hope you have a successful week, and I hope everything that you're asking for, everything is granted. Your access is granted type of energy, you know? Can't even do that. But that calm person knew how to show up for you and do that for you. So as they sitting in that hospital bed reflecting, and they looking at their own reflection, because that door frame is the mirror of their reflection. As to I came in this hospital, all the doctors, all the nurses coming and going, all they keep asking you is, hey, where's your folks, where's your folks, where's your folks? It's okay. I'll take this one by myself with no support. Because all support ain't good support. If you ain't genuine and you ain't real with yourself at the end of the day, and that person that was being kind to you, you took their kindness for weakness, remember, you only just played in your own face. And I say that respectfully. No disrespect. You know, you gotta be careful how you treat people. And I say that very respectfully. But as you're reevaluating yourself, you're looking at that door frame, that mirror of your reflection, and you just reevaluating your thought process like, you know what? I gotta be strong for myself. I gotta be kind to myself. I love myself today to acknowledge at the end of the day, I know my worth. I love myself enough to know, you know what? It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. It's okay to accept at the end of the day, ain't nothing genuine coming through that door but that doctor, but that nurse. Ain't nothing genuine coming through that door until it's time for you to leave. You know, that energy hit different when you have those moments where you don't have that support. And I say this respectfully, because all support ain't good support. For you to pick up the phone and say to somebody, hey, I'm in the hospital and I'm going through this, and they say on the other line of the phone is, I don't got time for this shit today. Not only did they say, I don't got time for this shit today, their exact words was, I don't got time for you today. Imagine sitting in the hospital after overcoming a heart attack. Imagine sitting in the hospital, overcoming a big, major surgery. And all the people that you done called, that you reached out to, first person says to you is, well, I need money. All right, I got money. But then the process of them asking for money is, they trying to rob you. Then you reach out to somebody else, you know, to come check for you or whatever, see if you're good. You got money. So when they get there, if they bring you food or something, you do exchange so you don't feel uncomfortable of yourself, you know? But the whole entire time, they trying to rob you too. It's like, damn, who do you trust? It's the thought process for me at the end of the day. They trying to rob you, and you ain't even got shit. That's what happens when you take somebody's kindness for weakness at the end of the day. You judge somebody before actually, at the end of the day, being too fucking nosy. Or support ain't good support. Imagine being in the hospital after overcoming a heart attack. Or imagine being in the hospital and overcoming major surgeries after surgery after surgery. And the doctor's saying to you like, yo, you gotta be bedbound for a minute. Do you got support? They like the only way for you to leave the hospital is if you leave with somebody. You know, a power of prayer is very powerful. Power of prayer is very powerful. So, you put somebody down as emergency contact or whatever the case may be, only to take them off. Because they said it was going to show up. And they never showed up. And you paid them. And they never showed up. Damn. That's fucked up, right? It's fucked up. So, doctor says to you, so, you got somebody outside? And you say, yeah. Mind you, you don't got nobody outside. So you get outside, you got your car service waiting for you outside. That cab is outside. That lift is outside. Listen, I'm under anesthesia out here, you know, but that car's outside. So they escort you to the car. That power of prayer got you home. That power of prayer healed you. That power of prayer allows you to see, you know what? I don't need nobody. That power of prayer allows you to psych the fuck out of your own self. Like, wow, I didn't even know I had it in me. I didn't even know. How? You know how, like, when you do something and you think you can't do something and you shock your own self, like, oh. You shock your own self, like, I did it. It's not even about I had a choice, but I did it because I believed in myself. It's going to take you some time to get from point A to Z at the end of the day. And during all your misunderstanding days that you had with people at the end of the day, it allowed you to feel like, I don't want no help. And then for somebody to tell you to fall down a flight of stairs within your process of you healing yourself, all because they can't get your energy, all because they can't disrespect you. Imagine that. Imagine you just come home from the hospital, right? They see you on crunches. They see your leg jacked up and all that. They see your arms jacked up. They see your foot jacked up. They see your head jacked up. And they say to you, can I help you? And you say to them, no, thank you. It's okay. Have a good day. And within the process of them doing that, right? They disrespect you. Well, fuck you too. Fall them fucking stairs. Why? Because I said no thank you? Wow. I never knew saying no thank you to someone was a crime. I never knew saying thank you to someone was a crime. Ma'am, sir. It's the thought process for me at the end of the day. Imagine the doctor telling you gotta be bedbound. You ain't got no support. Not because you don't want to, but you have no other choice. And you gotta figure it out. How you gonna eat, how you gonna clothe yourself, how you gonna bathe yourself. You gotta figure it out. You gotta figure it out. The power of prayer will allow you to see yourself in a different light. And ask for patience. Beg for patience. For real. You gotta ask for patience every single day. Every minute on the clock, ask for patience. Because something that was installed within you, and for you to find your balance, for you to be stable for yourself, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, you gotta have patience. Just because all those doors was closed in your face at the end of the day, you can't get discouraged. You can't allow yourself to psych your own self out of your thought process because someone didn't show up for you. It's unfortunate that these type of things happen, but it happens. In some cases, it happens. You know, that person that leaves the hospital, they leaving the hospital by themselves, and they going home by themselves, and they still by themselves, with no help, with no genuine support. And I mean no support at all. No support. No support. They can't pick up the phone and reach out to their family members and be like, hey, I need a helping hand. Without the family members asking them 21 fucking questions as to why, where, what, and why do you need my help? Oh, I can't help you anyway. Or to reach out to an associate or whatever the case may be when it's your time of need, and only to turn around for them not to show up for you. After you didn't just pay them. Or even if you didn't pay them or not. Ain't shit genuine about any situation. When you going through your time of need at the end of the day, and you that genuine person that show up for people, you deserve that same energy back in return. Regardless to how anybody fucking feel about you. And I mean being jealous over you, envious over you, have malicious intentions to bring harm towards your life. That type of energy. You deserve people to respect you. You deserve people to meet you halfway, the same way you're willing to meet them halfway with no excuses. Because there are genuine, authentic people out here that will get out their bed if somebody calls their phone like, yo, my child's in the hospital, I'm on my way to the hospital right now. You beating them to the motherfucking hospital. It don't matter how the fuck you got there, you could have walked. All they fucking know. They don't even know where the fuck you done came from. You probably done came from over 4 fucking boroughs just to get to them. And you walked. Or you hopped the train just to get to them. Or whatever. It don't matter. It's fucked up how people take people's kindness for weakness. And then they play victim. The person who took the person's kindness for weakness, they play victim. Damn. All support ain't good support. And I say that respectfully. It is what it is. It's life. But at the end of the day, you deserve to be around people who are genuinely for you, with no questions asked, with no malicious intention to bring harm towards anyone. Respect. You are genuinely loved by all the right people. You are genuinely respected by all the right people. You deserve to be treated with respect 365 days with no malicious intentions to bring harm towards anyone. Your life matters. Never allow someone to psych your thought process because they're miserable. Never allow someone to psych you out of your freedom because they're miserable. Never allow someone to psych you out of your thought process because you genuinely love yourself in a healthy way because they're miserable. Loving yourself is not a crime. Just because someone gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because someone overlooked you, don't give up on yourself. Your life matters. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. And respectfully, I'm going to be very transparent with you. You know, we don't know when we get sick. It happens. But always be sure to have a backup plan in play for when that day does come. God forbid that day does come. To be ahead of yourself because you don't know. You can't count on somebody to be there for you. Or you can't count on somebody to do something the way you like it to be done. And that happens in some cases as well too. You know? People like things done a certain kind of way. Respect. But being that you like things done a certain kind of way and you don't have that support and you don't have that help, always be prepared for that moment when you do get sick and you're able to make it out the hospital and you be able to go home comfortably and you don't have to worry about somebody showing up for you or checking for you at the end of the day when you're going to be good because you made sure you was good. It's never wrong to have a backup plan. Love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. Now you genuine love, respect. Love yourself, man. Be patient, be kind to yourself.